And here we go. We're gonna have a new event. And would you just look at that? Fabulous. Okay, welcome back to the channel, buddy, and I hope you're doing fine. So, we have a new event, new patch. So, I would say I talk you through everything and I show you everything. As always, timestamps in the description below in case you're only interested in certain points. Otherwise, you can just skip it. And yeah, I would say, let's get this started. Most important stuff, new shiny things. Here we go. And with new shiny things, I mean, of course, the event and its rewards with the Battle Pass. The new event is called Blood Testament. The duration is the 8th of December until the 8th of December. So, okay, we have again September, October, November, December. So again, 3 months. So in case you're worried that you cannot finish the Battle Pass, I think you're safe. The event will have new tarot cards. It will have new traits. You might not see everything right now in this video because the event will have again 3 stages and we don't want to show everything already day 1. And the thing with Blood Testament is the new event is that we also have a new community event, Make Them Bleed. So normally you cannot really live track how we're doing with all of these events. There's gonna be a change this time because now you can actually see in-game encounter how the community is doing. You get obviously points for interacting with a Bloodwell, you get 30 points, killing targets 25 and killing monsters gives you 1. And once you have all the points needed for the first stage, you unlock some goodies. So it's a team effort. Now, Bloodwells, you heard it already correctly, we will talk about this in a second. Let's just check the stages first. And I hope I understand this correctly, so once we did the first part, Make Them Bleed, stage 1 unlock is the Blood Moon. You saw it already in the intro. We're gonna have a new time of day setting. So the Blood Moon actually has 2 phases and they will shift back and forth throughout the mission. During the intense Blood Moon, a storm grows, you can even see lightning in the distance, and the moon breaks through the clouds, showing us the big red Blood Moon. Not only does it look cool, it also has an effect on our gameplay. Monsters become more aggressive and attack faster. You can also see that there is this black haze around them, telling you, careful, these monsters are now a little bit more aggressive. Gonna be honest, when I checked out grunts with the frenzy, it doesn't feel too crazy, but you can see it, for example, with meathead swings. They're crazy fast right now, so maybe we need to be a little bit more careful with that, and also maybe attack speed when it comes to armors or hellhounds. This might literally bite us in the ass. When it comes to the movement speed, then the leeches are affected by it and the armors are affected by it. The hell dogs don't get fast because that would be really freaking mean. But it's not really increasing the raw damage, but due to the faster attack speed, the overall damage, of course, over time increases. And during the other phase, once the intense Blood Moon is done, we have the Dark Blood Moon, where we have again the clouds in front of the Blood Moon, and everything cools down again, and the Frenzy mode is done. The Frenzy mode is also something that you can hear when you like cross a field and they're all in frenzy. They sound a little bit more scary, and you can see all of them having that haze. It's not like the AI has more hit points though, so this is not the case. They're still quote-unquote easy to kill. And once stage 2 is unlocked from the Make Them Bleed event, we unlock a new event trait, and that's gonna be the Chupacabra. So this is a trait that you can actually buy, and you buy this for 2 upgrade points. Now what does it do? You can interact with, for example, the dogs in a cage, and when you use it, check out the clip, because in the clip I actually tried to do it in dark side because I'm like, oh, surely this works with dark side. It does not. Just go over there, you get the prompt, and once you use your trait on this poor doggy, then you get a bar back. That is pretty nifty, I have to say. That will be quite interesting. Now, it works on more than just the dogs. It works on cows, it works on horses, it works on the chicken coop, and it works on the dog kennel. The interesting thing is that the cow and the horse, they're one-time use. The chicken coop is a one-time use, but the dog kennel, you can use it on every single dog. And now while this does sound good, there's a little bit of an issue there. Chupacabra is a burn trait. So you cannot go to a dog kennel and get 3 bars back. It's important though, because when you and your teammates have Chupacabra and you go to a dog kennel, and I think there's always 3 dogs, then each one of you can at least get 1 bar back. I think this is nice because sometimes you're just missing 1 bar because some dude tossed a hellfire at you. Or, you know, you just got downed once and you got revived. Not always do we want to have a recovery shot. Recovery shots are also expensive. And sometimes we don't want to go cross-map because the boss is in the bottom right corner and we need a banish effect. With this, if you're willing to sacrifice a trade slot, of course, with this you can just get that back. And I think it's nice. So that's a big thumbs up. Then we have a stage 3 unlock. And then we have a stage 3 unlock from the Make Them Bleed event. And I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know what it's gonna be. They're not telling us. At the point when I released the video, they probably teased it already. I'm not 100% sure. So we're gonna do some theory crafting. I would assume there will be some new tarot cards, because otherwise I don't see any tarot cards, and it would be time to get some new ones. Would also be time for the tarot cards to work properly. But that's a different topic. There are some wild rumors going around that there's a new boss target and maybe there's a new wild target. Who knows? I am looking forward to see all the theory crafting from you guys though in the comment section. Maybe you will find a solution over there. So then we have like a combo piece. First, let's talk about the Bloodwells. They're not really Bloodwells, they're more like blood puddles. They look amazing, but I was looking for an actual well and didn't really find one. Bloodwells can be seen in Darkside and you can see them very far. The moment you're in the compound, you will find them. Okay, so there's 1 per compound and every team can use it once. And why would you use that? Because you can get the Siphon trait. Just be careful, when you activate the Bloodwell, you take a little bit of damage. It's not much. I didn't try if that can kill you, but imagine you get tagged by a Sparks, then for whatever reason you beeline the Bloodwell and you use the Bloodwell and you might send yourself to Valhalla. Would be a funny clip, don't know if it works. One thing that I'm not 100% sure, when one of you takes the Bloodwell, does everybody get the Siphon trait? I sadly was only alone during the recording sessions. I'm also at Gamescom right now, so I didn't have much time to test this. But you will see this the moment you play, okay? Maybe everybody can interact with it once. Maybe one of you, one from the team, interacts with it, and then everybody gets it. I'm not 100% sure. But you can only get Siphon trait once. I tried that, so going to another Bloodwell in the next compound does not give you another Siphon trait. You take the damage, but you don't get a trait. I also don't know if they glow. There was a little bit of PvP during one of my PvP recording sessions. Yeah, more about that in a bit. Maybe they glow. I'm not 100% sure yet. They might though. Just a little side note, whenever you take the Bloodwell, you send everything, like all the AI at least, into that intense Blood Moon Frenzy. Basically increasing their attack speed, and I think some of the AI, like the Armored, can even run faster. Not a huge deal, but people can see from far away when monsters go into a frenzy, and you might give away your position with that. Yeah, this is a nice event trait. This is the drawback of being at Gamescom and having limited time. Alright, then I said it's a combo move. Let's talk about Siphon, because that is a new burn trait that you get from the Bloodwell. Just in case you use the timestamps to jump to the new event traits, I have to explain it and where you get it. So, what does Siphon do exactly? It's a burn trait. When you loot a hunter, you rob a trait. So, Siphon steals a scarce trait from the enemy that you killed. So when you loot them, the effect triggers. Now, it prioritizes death cheat. So you can actually snatch death cheat from a dead body. In case you're solo and there's no death cheat in the body, it will prioritize necro, which is pretty sweet. It's another source for solos to get necro back. Yeah, I know some of you might not like that. I love it. There's one thing though, you cannot get necro from other solos. I know, solo buff. I'm sorry guys. And yes, if there's no death cheat and if there is no necromancer, you just steal a random scarce trait. And it's not really stealing a trait, you're mostly doing a trait deal. Because when you get death cheat, you lose Siphon and you give Siphon to the enemy. Which is a fun interaction, because then if they get revived, they have Siphon and they kill you again, they can steal the trait back. Well, if you're a solo and you just stole Necro, then I don't think they can steal Necro back. Shame. So yeah, don't be surprised though when you find it in the wild too, because you can find that from the Bloodwell for 100%, but it can also spawn in the world. Nice. Now it's getting interesting, because it's been a while since we got finally a new weapon. And we're getting a new shotgun. It's gonna be the Burgess. I will just give you the raw data right now. There will be an opinion video tomorrow with actual PvP combat. Nice. Sprinkled on top of that, of course, with the Blood Moon. The Burgess, and I think this is the crazy part about it, is a long barrel shotgun, but a 3-slot gun. So, you know, Slate, Vector, they're all 4-slot. The Burgess is 3. Now, of course, there has to be a trade-off. It is a foldable side-action shotgun. And the foldable is where there's the issue. Equipping it and also putting it away takes a moment. And believe me, mid-PvP and you want to switch to your meds or you get surprised by somebody close range, the whole shifting from your shotgun to the meds or from your secondary to your shotgun, yeah, you feel this. You will feel this. Half a second in PvP is a lot. But yeah, there is a little bit more info that I can share with you right now. The Burgess holds up to 6 rounds and has 7 spare. You can equip it with bullet grubber, and Airae works with it too. But in all honesty, Airae isn't really doing much for it. It's more a thing when you really want to stay in iron sights when you play, for example, with slugs. So, since I mentioned already slugs, you have a base version, you have a Dragon Breath version, you have Flechette, Penny Shot, and slugs. So everything is 6 base, 7 spare, except Penny, that is 6 in the gun, plus 10 spare. And slugs, 6 in the gun, and only 5 spare. The Burgess is rather pricey. It comes with a $300 variant for the base version. We have a Bayonet version for $320 and a Trauma for $340. The stats are not too bad. With 207, we kinda in the old Terminus range. Yeah, I'm saying old because the Terminus is getting a buff with 2.9. And as you saw in the clip, 12 meters is kinda a reliable kill range, and if you want to shoot something further than that, it's getting a little bit tricky. So I would like to make a cut here for the Burgess, because tomorrow we're gonna go into more detail and talk about the pros and cons. Next, I would like to talk about gunplay changes and balance changes. Okay, then let's start with the big change when it comes to balancing, and that will be the bow. Yep, the bow is getting nerfed. Now, I have to say, the bow got a little bit annoying. I'm not calling it OP, I'm calling it annoying. That's not the same. So I'm kind of happy that they nerfed it a little bit. The one-tap range is just a little bit too much, in my opinion. And this is exactly what they're gonna address in 2.9. So without 100 hands, you had a kill range of 29, that drops to 27. And with 100 hands, the kill range drops from 36 to 30 meters. Yeah, I think we will still see a lot of bows, but that feels nice, okay? They're also gonna change that when you don't draw the arrow fully, you will deal less damage than before. So it's less likely to one-hit kill a hunter when the bow is not fully drawn. But that's not it. The bow suffers from even more. They took away a little bit of the ammo. Not much. Instead of 8 regular spare, you have 6 regular spare. Yeah, the frag drops by 1, the concertina drops by 1, and the poison drops by 1. Not a biggest deal. I think the damage nerf is way more important. So the nerf for the bow is probably the most extreme thing that I saw for 2.9. There is a buff too, like the other end of the spectrum, and that is the Terminus, because the Terminus will feel now a little bit more reliable because they buff it. They buff it up to 207 damage. I think that's exactly where the Burgess is sitting right now, from 186. that will be noticeable. I mean, Terminus, you need a trade for it to work, right? Be it Iron Eye or leveling. Leveling? Or maybe we can level it up one day, but I'm talking about leveling here. Okay, sweet. There are a few more adjustments through the board. For example, some weapons lose ammo. The Lamet loses ammo. The Officer Brawler loses ammo. And was there something else? No, I think only these two really lost their spare ammo count. Well, not full, right? So the Lamet, the FMJ, the Incendiary, and the basic one that lose 6 bullets. I will not go through all the numbers, okay? But they drop from 2 Star Shell spare to 1, 2 slugs to 1, and the Officer drops a couple bullets here and there. Yeah, okay. The Lamet is S tier, at least pre 2.9. And I think even after 2.9, that thing will still be a monster. But they nerfed the Lamet and they also buff it again. Because it gets high velocity. Now it's questionable if that is actually a buff or not, but there are a few high velocity enjoys out there and I think they will like it. It will have a muzzle velocity in the carbine of 560 and for the pistol it's gonna be 450. I'm just checking my notes so I'm not talking any bullshit here. So with 912 in the carbine and 98 on the pistol, you still get plenty of bullets, especially with the high velocity you want a headshot anyway. Yo, then we have a couple price reductions for slug ammo. So, reducing the pricing from $65 to $40 for slugs, and that is for the Romero, Romero Shotty, Romero Hatchet, Drilling variants, Lamet variants, and the Haymaker. I still think, and apparently Crytek agrees, because they make it easier to get, slugs are bait. I had way too many arm shots. Well, that's because you're fucking bad, Mike. Everybody else can do it. I guess. I think buckshot is better. With some extreme cases where you actually just want to use the slugs for mid-range combat, then it's a different topic though. And then we have tools and consumables. There is a lot of up and downs. I think the craziest is the throwing spear. Costs pre 2.9, $80. And once the patch hits, it costs $145. And you know what that will change? Nothing. At least nothing for this guy right here. First of all, I have so much money that I don't care about this. And the majority of the community, or lots of people, they won't care about it either. So nothing changed. The fun thing is that I'm using decoy fuses. They dropped from 30 to 15. And Crytek also said that the med pack will drop to 15 from 30. I don't know if that info is correct, because right here it's still 30. Maybe it's not updated, but yeah, $15. Sure. So I'm getting like $15 here, $20 here, and suddenly the spear price increase is almost nothing. Because in the whole tool and consumable setup, it kind of equals out. Just nerf the spear, please. Okay, just get it over with, because it is too good. What else do we have here? Toolbox decreased 70 to 25. Throwing axes increased? Okay. From 50 to 80. I don't know. If you play with a med pack, then that almost doesn't matter at the end of the day. Derringer penny shot increased from 63 to 100. Ooh, okay. Ooh. I don't know. And bear traps decreased from 70 to 35. As long as I don't get 3, so I can insta-kill somebody without Frontiersman or without the increase in damage, bear traps will always be like C tier and not really my go-to stuff, honestly. So all these $100 price adjustments, I don't know if they will do anything. Because most of the people, they don't care about money and they just take it. You can do price adjustments, but it should be your last effort. Before you should just nerf damage, velocity of the spear, I don't know, anything, okay? Again, I think I will lose 20 or $30 on my loader right now with the changes. Okay. So this is it for the gun. Ah, no. Ooh, I'm missing something here. The heavy knife got buffed. Increases the height of the melee hitbox. This is not the issue of the heavy knife. The heavy knife has no range, or at least it feels that way. Heavy knife is cool, man. We have some amazing skins for the heavy knife, but yeah. I mean, now with the spear so expensive, maybe I play more heavy knife. No. That's it with the gunplay, though. Let's see what gameplay changes we have. So, when it comes to the gameplay, there are a few things that I actually, I don't know if I like that. So we have no more event compounds, at least right now, okay? All supply points, all scout towers, and all extractions are hidden by default. So when you open the map at the beginning of the match, you see absolutely nothing. Now, taking a clue will reveal now 2 extraction points. At least that's something. This is something that I did not enjoy anymore the last couple of weeks when I spawned on a heavy rain map, and I don't like heavy rain. It's okay if you like it. I can't extract. And I have to run basically to one of the POIs for the stronghold or the medical supply point or whatever, get the scout map, then I see the extractions, and then I realize that they are a completely different location. And when I'm already at the stronghold for the map, for example, I'm already kind of invested in the game, and I don't want to leave then. It's not good, okay? Now, at least, I can see some extractions after taking the first clue. I don't know, man. Those are still just band-aids for the symptoms and not the cure for the disease. The cure should be, give us a backup loadout that we can play when the visibility doesn't allow playing my loadout. Or not even visibility. It's the whole setup, the whole weather condition. I don't need to play Dragon Breath during heavy rain, and somebody who plays Sniper doesn't want to play Sniper during fog, but people might still want to play. Like me, for example, let me play then a normal loadout. Also, please, the visibility in basements during heavy rain, no. The first thing that you will see from the enemy who holds still is the muzzle flash from the Romero. Nice. I'm gonna stop this discussion here because I had it so many times during the stream and I'm annoying already some of my viewers, so I'm gonna stop here. Okay, let's go back to the facts. There are some improvements though, so when you find a supply point, there's a chance that they have a table with a scouting map. The scout towers always have a scouting map inside, and at least when I checked it, it seems like they're using the old spawn locations for the scout towers. So the veterans have a little bit of an advantage here because you can just check from afar the locations, and to be fair, scouting towers can be seen rather far. Spyglass still reveals the hidden locations on the compass. Yeah, okay, nobody... I'm not gonna bring a spyglass, Kratek. Please stop. Okay? And a good change is that the radius to discover hidden locations has been increased by 75. And this is so good. Sometimes I get the pop-up that I revealed something. I do a 360 and I don't see what I revealed. So open your map and then you will see it where you need to go. This is nice. I stumble way more frequently now across a POI that I need compared to before. So yeah, I still think we are not at the point where we should be with all this hidden information changes, but I take it. At least now I can see 2 extractions after taking the first clue. Nice. Then we're gonna have Catalyst updates. So Catalyst updates goes with Vulture and with Lightfoot. So when you have Catalyst and you have Vulture, you will loot a little bit of ammo. When you have Lightfoot, you don't break any branches anymore. It was before with Beast Face and they just pushed it over to Lightfoot now. They also added one more reward for the Destiny dial that you reveal all hidden locations. So basically the trigger of the scout map. And then, and I think people might like this, we have some trait spawn changes. Now, Crackshot, Blade Mancer, Corpse Seer can be found at the scout towers or the themed supply points. There's a sealed variant, but you can also find them apparently as normal trait spurs. So that is nice, especially Blade Mancer. Lots of people want to have it back. Maybe one day we can buy it, but for now, good luck finding it. At least it's in the game now, I guess. So we also have a few sealed reward spawn changes. These themed supply points, for example, the postal supply point, can only spawn the XP boon. And the clockmaker supply point can only give you darkside boost boon. Also, they reduced the spawn chance for boons at scout towers and at supply points. Now, I have mixed feeling about this. I do understand why they do this, because everybody just runs around completely juiced to the gills with regeneration shot, stamina shot, and poison shot. Poison resistance. It's not good, especially because it kind of negates some loadouts. Poison ammo gets effed. Concertina poison trip mine combo is garbage. Poison bomb, when was the last time you saw somebody bring a poison bomb? It's almost as rare as a flash bomb. So, and I don't think that even the poison in fact is the biggest issue, but everybody's just running around with 4-shot boons and half of the time you're immune to it. Still, there should be a change to poison ammo. There should be a visible indicator letting you know that somebody's poisoned. We have it for fire. We have it for bleed. Why not for poison? And don't tell me now that there is pain sense, okay? I don't need pain sense for the other custom ammo. So I get it. They want to reduce a little bit how many buffs you can find in the game, and they want you to bring maybe more shots and less explosives and force a little bit more gunplay. I don't know, maybe Greyhound and Determination will now at least be a little bit more valuable. Who knows? So I think overall we have here some good changes. Some still need work, like the hidden information changes, for example. Next up, and I can't believe I can introduce that to you guys. Now listen to me. This is something that rubbed me the wrong way for a long time. The loadout presets. And today is the day where I will praise the user interface team into the high heavens. You can now select traits for your preset of loadouts. No more going into the match and, oh god, no, I didn't buy Necro, or oh my god, no, I didn't buy Resilience. Thing of the past. They did a few more changes. Nobody cared, like, I don't know, here, more trait slots, hunter slots from 75 to 100. This is really something I was waiting for months. The big thumbs up, this will get its own chapter. I don't care. And this time at the end, apparently, we're gonna talk about the Battle Pass rewards. Now, there were a few more things. So the moment they are available, the patch notes, I will put them into the pinned comment or in the description. I don't know yet. But stuff like, yeah, they play now a different sound effect when you extract. Cool, I guess. Let's have a look at the rewards. Okay, before we go through all the awesome rewards, let me show you really quick the price tag for the Battle Pass, because that's a question that I get non-stop. With that out of the way, I would say we have a look at everything. We're gonna start with already a pretty nice hunter there. The Dark Friar. Hunter unlock for first one. I like it. Then we have another medkit. Sweet, we have already so many, but medkits is something that I would say 99.9% of the player base actually play. Then we have the Blood Moon Rising T1, that's a badge unlock. We have a new animation for the medkit. That fits very nicely the trip mine, and we can start a whole band probably in a year or two. Okay, then we have a call for packs. Sweet. That yellow theme is interesting. Then a weapon charm, you know me, but for the sake of completion, I'm gonna show that level 6. BB's level 7, the Dark Friar frame unlock. Then we have the Old Testament. We have already a sniper version of it. So they kind of ripped off the scope, and I actually don't know. Is it just ripping off the scope? I would have to look it up, but for now, we have something similar already. Then we have the Rival 78. Sweet. I hope there's gonna be a trauma skin for that too. Let's see what else we have. We have another, the Malignant Future. Okay. A blood sample from the first person to drink from Corruption's Cup. Sure. Then what else do we have? The Sunny Trauma. Yeah, again, with the Old Testament, we have here the Avatar unlocked, the Dark Friar. We have BBs, level 14 is then the Rival Trauma. Good. I like it. We have almost no Rival Trauma skins, so I'm really happy about this. Then the Burgess starts with level 15. As always, it's level 15 because that's where the big battle pass is bringing you. Coincidence? I think not, but that's okay. That's something that I'm definitely gonna play a lot. What else do we have? We have a Sticky Bomb. Dang. That's a pointy fella. Then we have a badge unlock, the Conviction Soul. Okay, then we have a Pax Claw. Nice. Oh, this is beautiful. I like it. Almost looks like the wing of a dragonfly down here. What else do we have? Ooh, a Maynard Sniper. With the bandage wrap. That's pretty nice. Oh yeah, butterfly wings. These are... I wasn't too far off there. Or moth, whatever you want to call it. Okay, since it's not a suppressed version, I can live with that. What else do we have? Pax True Shot. Sweet. All-time favorite anyway. Title unlocked. The Righteous. Okay, then we get a Rival Shorty. Nice. Okay. I don't know if there will be a mace variant, but I see already something that is really hyping me up. Throwing knives. Well, yeah, made out of bone. Sweet. BBs. Then we get the Burgess bayonets. Level 25. This one here. Do you see this? The katana with like the teeth down here. Oh, beautiful. We get like the equipment animation unlocked for the throwing knives. The fidget blade. Sure. A crossbow ribcage. Yeah, I can see the ribcage. Dang. Sweet. And level 29 we get the Hell's Profiteer. Alrighty then. Look at that with part of the spine. It's just decoration, I hope, because otherwise this must hurt. But he's wearing bonus armor, so I think it makes sense for him. There we go. Sweet. Another Rival Mace skin. Love it. Again, we don't have a lot of trauma skins in the game. Then we have Lock and Load. Equipment animation. The Burgess. Nice. Then we have the frame for the Hell's Profiteer. We have a Charm unlock. Hunter-Gatherer. Wow. Alright, part of their backbone. Very gritty event, apparently. But that's... Oh, okay. Never freaking mind. But okay, it looks cool. Okay. We can still judge it, but it looks cool. There we have the Burgess Trauma. Level 35 is pretty far in the battle pass. I think I will play this. This will be the Burgess I'm gonna play the most, I think. With the Trauma version that I have something to deal with immolators, especially after the Penny Derringer being now $100, this might be a nice, cheap alternative. More BBs, of course. Then we have the Hell's Profiteer with the... Oh, he has even the crossbow here. Sweet. Then we have the Gravelight legendary skin unlock for the Fusees. I'm not gonna reveal yet in which color they burn. Maybe it's base. Maybe it's not. Then what else do we have here? Oh my dear lords. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the Auto 5, but say what you want, that is gritty as fuck. I love it. Then, sweet. So crossbow Deadeye. We have a 40, 41. We have another weapon charm. A closer look. Nice. Sweet. Then we have a title. Bloodthirsty. Aww, a Derringer Penny Shot. Yo, that looks pretty sick. And a little bit different from the other themes, no? Oh yeah, over here it's coming. Then we have the BBs. We have the Spin Draw equipment animation unlock. Nice for Derringer. Then we have the Wit Shot, the small one. Then we have the frame for the Lynch. Lynch? No idea how to pronounce that. And then we have a knife. Sweet. They look very similar to the Ghostface stuff, no? But I might imagining things here. Final Invocation. Oh, that's good. Yeah, dude. They all look good. Sweet. Feels a little bit like we're now in a Blade movie, but very fancy. I don't think I will play these skins, but they're very fancy. Corruption's Cup. Whoa. How much stuff can you put on an officer? Suppressor's missing. Trauma. But hey, maybe one day. Vitality Shot. Agony's Muse. Oh, I like the asymmetrical part here. That's cool. Then we have the Lynch. I'm sorry. Sweet. We have like here Van Helsing vibes, man. Hardcore. BBs. Ooh, Cavalry Saber. Man. Dang. I mean, skins in the game, rarely they are a miss in my opinion. Then we have the Hunter. Quite our farming, I have to say. And then you toss it. Poor blade. And then a little bonus at the end. Liptra. Okay. Sweet. Well, those are all the rewards, and I would say quite the bangers. Sweet. So we don't know yet the whole scope of the event because we don't see Chapter 3. And maybe they didn't even tell us everything about Chapter 2 and Chapter 1. I'm gonna say this though. So far, it looks kinda mid. Like, a new weather effect is nice. A new time of day is nice. But it's nighttime, and if they overdo it and we have like a 90% spawn rate for only nighttime, this is cool for 1 week. After 2 weeks, after 3 weeks, and after a month. It's the same with the Stronghold. The Stronghold is amazing, but it was like after 2 months. I know I play much, so maybe it's not like that for you. But I want single bounty back. Okay, I can't wait for the first match where we have single bounty and not a bazillion POIs. I know, it's funny, because I said that we need more to do in the map, but not the whole time. The amount of times lately that I run to the Stronghold, everybody goes to the boss, then I go to the boss, everybody goes to the Stronghold, and I'm like, I just want to shoot somebody. So, yeah, looking forward to single bounty. New shotgun will be nice. Sadly, we didn't get anything crazy. So I'm curious what they kept in reserve. Otherwise, the highlights are from a gameplay point of view that we get a new weapon, we get a new daytime setting. Yeah, and a few minor balancing and other stuff. Okay, even though I like the bow nerfs and the trade slots for your preset loadout. That is cool. But the real banger, I think they didn't show us that yet. If there is actually one. I mean, just look at the previous events with the Bileweaver Nest, the Fool's Hideout, the Stronghold completely blowing it out of the water with the map changes. But you know what? Maybe a couple months without any map changes might not be too bad. Alright, as always, let me know your 2 cents in the comment section below. I'm curious to see it. And then, a like would be appreciated at the end. I do dare to back you like every day. Nice. Big shout out to my patrons, so you guys... Fantastic. Okay. And then what else do we have? More videos. Yes. I hope open beta for Hungersat soon. I hope Beautiful Light in December will be a banger. And then I don't even know how I'm supposed to make all that content. Really no clue. Good problem to have, no? I see you in the next one. Until then, have a good day and bye-bye.